I'm Al Urquhart. I'm here to share with you the things we do to help the 1044 C54 get started in very cold weather. So first thing you want to do is change your John Deere fuel filter, and you should use a John Deere fuel filter because the Napa filter springs air leaks, which causes starting problems. Next, make sure that you have a good fuel pump, and if it's old, you might want to change it. It's not an expensive part, so change your lift pump and change the fuel line that feeds it all the way from the fuel tank. Now I'm going over down the side. It's very important that we have fresh diesel fuel in here with a can of fuel treat in to keep the diesel fuel from gelling in very cold weather, like under 30 degrees. And at the same time, we want to take this lift tube out and blow it out with an air hose so that it's clean of any debris. Then we want to change this fuel line because the old weathered ones might have some pinholes that leak air, and it should be have a check valve and an inline fuel filter, a small inline fuel filter here. Here we have the ECM that controls the starting and running of this machine. This John Deere ECM has to have full battery amps and volts for it to let the engine start, because it also controls the fuel injection pump. So if it doesn't have that, it doesn't enable the machine to fire. It's important that you have fresh batteries in the fall for your cold weather season. It's important to clean the terminals and make sure your cables are good. If the cables are frayed or old, it's best just to change them. And then also follow the cables back to the starter and make sure they're in very good condition. That helps take less to start. This is the preheater for the engine block, and so on a cold day, say around 20 degrees, instead of trying to hope that this machine will start, you want to plug this into your gen set while you're drinking your cup of coffee. This makes sure that your engine will spin freely and fire properly. It's also important that you do not use ether. If you spray ether in this air filter line, or pull this tube off and spray ether in, you're probably going to put too much ether in and you're going to blow a hole in the side of the engine. We see a lot of engines in here that have to be replaced. They cannot be rebuilt when they have a hole blown in the side of the engine. And even if you're using a little ether and you don't blow a hole in the engine, your explosion of the start of the ether ruins the head gasket and causes fuelant leaks. It's just bad practice for these diesel engines. So take your time, enjoy your coffee, and plug in this engine preheater.